Hey ladies and gents, it's me Alex from 4C Trading, and today we're gonna be doing a length, or should I say Aave, I'm not sure I'm pronouncing that one correctly again. But before we do that, let me just do a little bit of an overlook on BTC, right? So we are watching BTC on a smaller time frame, and that has been 15 minutes or 1 hour or 15 minutes, right? And right now the really important area for us is to hold, or should I say to lose, if we want to start shorting BTC, it's right here, right? So if this starts to lose this area, we will start shorting BTC a little bit more aggressively. So kind of want to I kind of want to talk this through a little bit, so I don't do a separate video about it because it's not going to be really that long, right? So if this one of this area happens to be lost, or should I say this one, I'm gonna start shorting on smaller time frames. So yeah, the win ratio is gonna be smaller, but definitely we already spoke about it in plenty of videos, or even in the this Tuesday's live stream. We already spoke about being absolutely huge worth, so it's definitely gonna be worth it. And we are still, we're still in long on Ethereum, so having a hedge short on Bitcoin would be absolutely awesome, right? So yes, let us now jump to the coin that we've been waiting for USDT contracts on this coin. And I've gotten requests for this coins, and I haven't done this one before. I've never tried it before, but I had some requests for it, and after I checked it right today, it does look absolutely amazing chart, right? It really did go up a lot, but it also left some of the large gaps in between. So if you analyze some of these large gaps, we obviously see the most obvious one is right here, right? But then you also have a couple of smaller ones when this form was this latest structure was formed, right? I mean, this structure at the latest, it definitely left someone back, right? So now you've come to this position where you're kind of overextending it a little bit, and it's been steady volume for all this time, but I think it's going to be slowing down a little bit, just a little bit, right? So it's not so much that it's going to be slowing down on USDT. Maybe it's going to be ramping it up on BTC, right? So USDT and then obviously could continue up with a good margin and still be quite strong. So if we on higher time frames, if we just nullify some of these areas out, right? So this area right here would be a really good one, right? This is one of these areas that I would definitely be taking a long at it if it ever arrived down here again, which it probably will in the future, right? Due to the fact that how this bottom one is untested. I don't think it's gonna be leaving untested, right? So yes, I know this bottom area untested is under our current area that we are now watching here, right? But it's also worth mentioning that that doesn't mean that some of these areas won't give us a reaction on the way down. That's also very important to know, right? So if I draw them some out, this is one area, right? This is gonna be then the second area, and this area, the second area, is a little bit problematic because this area already has been tested on the way up, and you can say this was tested the first time and this test was quite close to it, right? But now if it breaks this point, then this coming down, this area will probably give us another reaction, right? So it's all linked. So this area entirely is linked to what is gonna happen above this top, right? If it doesn't break and it comes down here, it's probably gonna give us a little reaction. I'm thinking something like, I don't know, maybe 10%, and then before it further goes down, right? Because it under this area, it will start sort of losing that bullishness. So yes, it could break out higher as well. I'm not saying that would be impossible. It could test here and go break up higher as well. But on the first touch, without breaking this top, I wouldn't actually go. That wouldn't be my position where I would knife catch it. I would not go for something like that, right? So I'm gonna be assuming that this is gonna be the best trade on the chart so far, right? So far from what I'm seeing from this chart, and it's probably gonna be one of the easiest trades on chart as well. So we place it out here. It's always placed it out. We see that we get an 8% stop loss, which is basically pretty much amazing for us, right? We can extend this area a little bit as well. Then we have an 8% stop loss. This is pretty much amazing, right? And we can already treat this area as a TP, right? So our second area can be treated as TP, and it can probably even be treated as an add-on in the future, right? So if we look at it, if we're looking at from the bottom perspective, it's about 13% or 1.6R, which is definitely good. Or top, it is 19% or 2.5R, which is pretty much turns out to be a fantastic trade, right? So what we want to see from this area, right? If we ever come down here, we want to then see this being broken quite heavily, right? And if this, we can get a continuation, which brings us to our second TP. And our second TP would be a little bit under the top in this case. So second TP would be a little bit under the top, and in this case, that would be 40% or 5R, right? And the beauty of this is, after we do something like this, right, the structure can continue, and we just, you know, just follow it with the stop loss, right? And obviously, you know, this can potentially then turn out to be a very good trade, right? But also when you look at it, if it falls a little bit more down, if it goes under this area, right? So let's just say that we get a little test, we test this, and now it then breaks down all the way down here. Then we had to start giving in some complications. And I feel like if that would happen, it would probably be better to do another video, because we just don't know what the price action or what the volume is gonna be if something like this happens, right? But so far, we can even go on CoinGecko right now, and we can probably check out what kind of a market cap are we dealing with here. And holy shit, it's actually 900 million into this coin, so that is quite a huge market cap. And let's see the max supply. Okay, so circulating supply is almost full up, and I'm not sure how about the unlocks this is going to be happening, but this is still, but you know, even if you check 90 days, so if I check 90 days, because here on Binance you can see the history only goes back to the 15th of October, and I do think when it rebranded the coin, I think this coin rebranded, right, it probably didn't had a deeper history, right? So yeah, if I'm looking at it, the history is only the 3rd October, right? And I believe this coin before was called Land, and I know Land was there for quite some time, but I'm not sure if that's correct. Maybe I'm missing something. But you can see that this, you know, this already was high, and then it was kind of brewing down, and then the volume started rising up, and you can see that it's just pumped. And the thing is, you know, the volume, if you look at it, the volume really hasn't stopped. I mean, the volume is still pretty good. Like, the only thing what would scare me at this coin right now, if the volume started dropping, right? Because right now, if the volume is going to be keeping consistent candle like it is right now, it will be real good. But if it volume starts switching to something like this, and if you guys are holding this coin, then I would be kind of bit worried, and I would start jumping out of it, right? Because you can see this coin is tightly connected with the volume. Because when volume was low, it was going down. When volume got high, it was going up. So I'm gonna suspect they have some kind of a market maker, you know, market making this coin. I don't think this is organic, because I mean, just speaking like this, you don't just go from super low volume to just super high volume without any help, you know. It doesn't look natural to my eyes, and I've seen a lot of this stuff already in the future, so it doesn't really look that natural to me. But as you can see that, you know, if it starts decreasing, it's gonna probably be a good idea to get the fuck out of the coin, right? And also, you know, if something like this is gonna bend, if the volume gets low and we hit some like if we hit an entry, if volume gets low and we hit an entry right on this trade, then we're probably gonna be taking off more on first profit target. We probably won't be waiting all the way up to the second profit target or even third profit target, because if volume is low, then that one is probably not gonna happen, because market maker is out of the window, right? But so yeah, I mean, you know, we all know that Binance has pretty good market makers, and we can pretty much see how much this coin went up in just a matter of days, matter of months in this case, or 1 month, sorry, it's not even a month. But 200% is nothing shabby, right? So now we'll just see if Bitcoin starts to slow down. We'll see if we can get an early short there, and then we will start looking into some more alts, right? Because I'm really eager to get on alts, and I know alts are gonna pop off. I know Ethereum is gonna follow up with them. We just need to time it correctly, right? And some of the latest videos we did on YFI and Overday, like YFI is almost at the first profit target already, and we did it last night, right? I mean, some of the videos we did turn out really well, so we could be, you know, we could definitely be seeing a lot more of these videos, a lot more success on the videos as well. So I'm pretty stoked, you know, we could be making a lot of money in the future months when Bitcoin chills down, right? So yeah, guys, thank you for watching. I mean, please do think about giving us a subscribe on the channel. We do make these videos every day except to Sunday, right? We try to improve the quality of the videos as well. Also join us on free 4C news channel and free 4C Telegram chat channel. We're reviving both of them, and we post videos there, and we post our analysis and how we move stop losses, you know, all of that stuff that kind of, if you want to become a trader, you know, it's actually really helpful, you know. And you can see that I try to give you guys a lot of advices on how to trade, on how to pick up good areas, and how to actually win crypto, because crypto, you can see, you can get wrecked really fast or you can win really big. So, you know, I always try to steer you guys to stay on the safe way, because if you stay on the safe way, then, you know, you have way more chances of retaining that money, right? Because eventually everybody is going to win on one coin, but if you don't know how to retain that money, so that means by, you know, you do something crazy, and then you go all in into, I don't know, leverage long on BTC or something, you will probably most likely lose it, right, as well. So yes, I'm teaching you how to retain the money and how to keep low risk, but you can still make decent money with low risk, right? So thank you for watching, guys, and we will be seeing each other next one.